Assalamualaikum and hello everyone. We are from Group 5 RES 2451B, and in this video we will discuss about the size reduction equipment, which is hammer mill. This is our group members. Firstly, it's me, Nur Rabiha Akila binti Yusuf. The second one is Nur Izzatul Aswani binti Sharifuddin, and the last one is Nur Syafiqah Liana binti Syafi'i.
Assalamualaikum and hi. Today our group will present on the topic of size reduction. Definition of size reduction. Size reduction is the operation carried out for reducing the size of bigger particle into smaller one of desired size and shape with the help of external forces. The term size reduction is applied ways in which particles of solid are cut or broken into smaller pieces. If the material is too coarse and the final product must be a fine powder, size reduction is required. Next, the equipment that our group choose is hammer mill. A hammer mill is a mill whose purpose is to shred or crush a thick material into smaller pieces by the repeated blows of little hammer. A hammer mill is one of the examples of equipment for mining and is the most widely used for grinding mill.
It is made of a rapidly moving hammer connected to a high-speed rotor housed in a cylindrical casing. There are usually 4 or more series of hammer hinged on a central shaft and enclosed within a rigid metal case. Hammer mill operate on the impact principle between the hammer and the particle to be reduced in size. In hammer mill, the material to be milled are stuck by these rectangular pieces of hardened steel, which rotate at high speed inside the chamber. This radically swinging hammer moves at a high angular velocity, causing brittle fracture of the feed material. Material crushed into two states, which are size reduction, which occur by dynamic impact, and sizing occur by attrition and shear in the second zone, where there are a small clearance between the hammer and the screen bar, which resulting in a particle range of 15 until 50 micrometer.
There are 4 types of size reduction equipment such as crusher, grinder, ultrafine grinder, and cutting machine. For crusher, it can be classified into jaw crusher, gyratory crusher, and roller crusher. Next, for grinder, it can be classified into ball mill, hammer mill, and rolling compression mill. Other than that, for ultrafine grinder, it can be classified into agitated mill, fluid energy mill, and hammer mill with internal classification. Lastly, cutting machine, for example, rotary knife cutters.
Then, application of hammer mill. Firstly, food processing industry. In food processing industry, hammer mill are used to grind various types of liquor. They are primarily used for grinding soya, nutshell, groundnuts, and various types of bean. In order to remove hard nutshell, hammer mill with low hammer blow are used. During the process, the solid material is fed by gravity into the milling chamber, and is crushed or shattered by repeated hammer impact, collision with the wall of chamber, as well as the particle-particle impact. Secondly, pharmaceutical industry. In the pharmaceutical industry, some material required a size reduction, as it will help in making them fit well in the packaging design. For example, the medical grain must be precisely sized to fit into the capsule packing, so the grain are micronized in hammer mill before being packaged. Lastly, automobile industry. For example, the scraping of automobile and major household appliances is a process where the hammer mill will add to grinding the material fit into the size fit. The irreparable of overused automobile parts are scrapped by hammering, then the crushed material is sent to the mill. It resulted in a mixture of the ferrous and non-ferrous metal that known as automobile scraping residue. The molten material is recycled and used for new production of automobile.
Moreover, there are many advantages of hammer mill, such as hammer mill has capability to grind a broad variety of materials. Next, hammer mill operate quickly and can reduce many materials in wide range of size reduction. This is because hammer mill have holes at the bottoms that can be modified to allow operators to get the required material size. The aperture is manually set by the operator before each operation, and as the hammer mill grind the materials, the particles that match the opening escape the crushing chamber. Furthermore, hammer mill is equipment that have simple and direct operation. Lastly, it is easy to utilize and maintain hammer mill. This is because hammer mill can shred or crush large materials into small pieces by repeated blows of little hammer that mounted on rotating shaft. A hole at the bottoms allow the crusher materials to freely elute. Due to its simplicity and many checkpoints for convenience, the maintenance of hammer mill is also very easy.
We move to the disadvantages of hammer mill. Firstly, the high-speed operation causes generation of heat in the mill head that may negatively affect materials or drugs containing fat, resin, or gum. Other than that, hammer mills are not appropriate to operate plastic like or low melting sticky material. To reduce the heat damage, the mill could be water cooled. Moreover, the feed rate is hard to control, thus it must be carefully controlled as the mill may become clogged, resulting in reduced efficiency or even malfunction. Furthermore, the high speed of operation makes the hammer mill vulnerable to damage by foreign subjects such as metal or stones in the feed. Magnets can be used to extract iron, but the feed must be visually inspected for any other contaminants might happen.